Viewers, it was meant to be a historic night in the parliament, but what transpired was certainly anything but that. The Modi government's bill on the women's reservation has failed the parliament's test today, as the government could not muster the numbers needed to push through the three critical bills to ensure that the women's reservation does happen in the 2029 Lok Sabha elections. A total of 528 MPs had cast their votes earlier this evening, of which the NDA would have required at least 352 votes in favor of the motion to have their bills passed. However, the NDA only managed a strength of 293 in the Lok Sabha and managed to get only about 298 votes in total, falling well short of the 352 that was required to have the bill passed. In fact, the female NDA MP soon also staged a protest outside the Makar Dwar of the parliament, calling this a historic betrayal of the women of the country. In fact, here's what happened outside the parliament just after the voting had taken place. Now, viewers, even ahead of the voting, Home Minister Amit Shah had accused the opposition of betraying the women voters of the country and also for pitting the North against the South in the name of delimitation. That's what the Union Home Minister said. And he also further accused the opposition of finding excuses to oppose the bill and also stall the historic women empowerment push. Further, the government also says that it will make the entire country realize the mistake that the opposition has committed in stalling the women quota bill.
अगर इस बिल का विरोध करने का कारण 50% लिखित में चाहिए तो 1 घंटा सदन बंद कर दिए, मैं ऑफिशियल अमेंडमेंट लेकर आता हूं मान्यवर, मगर बिल पारित करने का वो वादा करते हैं। अब वेणुगोपाल जी बताएं, क्या बिल पारित करेंगे? ओबीसी का सबसे बड़ा कोई विरोधी पार्टी है तो मैं बिल्कुल कंफ्यूजन के बगैर कह सकता हूं कांग्रेस पार्टी। 1980 में इंदिरा जी आई, मंडल आयोग का सुझाव आया और मंडल आयोग के सुझाव को इंदिरा जी ने ठंडे बस्ते में डाल दिया। 90 में जब बीपी सिंह आए तब वो मंडल आयोग का इंप्लीमेंटेशन लेकर आए और उस वक्त मान्यवर विपक्ष के नेता राजीव गांधी, उन्होंने यहां पर अपने जीवन का सबसे लंबा भाषण मंडल आयोग का विरोध करने में किया, अपने जीवन का सबसे। इन लोगों को कहता हूं, कांग्रेस के मित्रों को विशेष कर कि सिर्फ भाषण में नारे लगाने से इस देश का पिछड़ा वर्ग आपको हितैषी नहीं मानेगा। 1947 से लेकर 2014 तक आप ओबीसी का विरोध करते रहे। जब ओबीसी के बगैर सत्ता नहीं मिलेगी इसका परिचय आ गया, प्रधानमंत्री भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने ओबीसी बनाया, तब आप ओबीसी की माला जप रहे हो। मैं कोई ऐसा नहीं है कि सब सिर्फ महिला आरक्षण विधेयक का विरोध हो रहा है। हमने 370 समाप्त की साहब, उन्होंने विरोध किया। राम मंदिर बनाया, विरोध किया। सीए लाए, विरोध किया। ट्रिपल तलाक समाप्त किया, विरोध किया। जीएसटी लाए, विरोध किया। आयुष्मान भारत बनाया, विरोध किया। नया संसद भवन बनाया, विरोध किया। मत्स्य पालन सहकारिता मंत्रालय बनाया, विरोध किया। सीडीएस बनाया, विरोध किया। 3 तलाक खत्म किया, विरोध किया। नक्सलवाद खत्म किया, विरोध किया। आतंकवाद को सत्ते में डाला, विरोध किया। सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक विरोध किया, एयर स्ट्राइक विरोध किया। ऑपरेशन सिंदूर विरोध, इन्होंने अच्छे बुरे सोचे बगैर नरेंद्र मोदी जी जो कर रहे हैं इसका विरोध करने का ठान लिया।
देश का महिलाओं को अब सम्मान अधिकार देने का जो बिल है उसको विपक्ष ने साथ नहीं दिया। बहुत खेद की बात है और इस ऐतिहासिक पल को आप अपना एक मौका था आपने गंवाया है। आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में महिलाओं को जो सम्मान देने का अधिकार देने का हमारा अभियान जारी रहेगा और हम अधिकार दे के ही रहेंगे आगे।
Joining me right now is the BJP's Member of Parliament, Ms. Kasuri Swaraj. Ma'am, the way in which this bill has been failed in Lok Sabha today because the opposition has voted against it, what's your response to that?
आज का दिन ऐतिहासिक दिन हो सकता था, आज का दिन वचन पूर्ति का दिन था, लेकिन कांग्रेस पार्टी और सभी विपक्ष के दलों पर पूरी इंडिया अलायंस में केवल उनका राजनीतिक स्वार्थ हावी हुआ। उन्होंने इस देश की मातृशक्ति के साथ विश्वासघात करा है, बहुत बड़ा धोखा करा है। आज वो इस देश की मातृशक्ति के आक्रोश के पात्र बने हैं। देखेगा आगामी चुनावों में उनको मुंह की खानी पड़ेगी।
But ma'am, they have also stated that they had opposed the delimitation because it was basically a tactics of the BJP to change the political map of this country.
पुनः कह रही हूँ, डिलिमिटेशन भारतीय जनता पार्टी का कोई राजनीतिक प्रपंच नहीं है, ये संवैधानिक मैकेनिज्म है। और आपके माध्यम से राहुल गांधी जी को कहना चाहूंगी कि संविधान केवल झलकाना नहीं होता, उसको पढ़कर लागू भी करना होता है। बहुत शर्मसार करने वाली बात है कि बाबा भीमराव अंबेडकर द्वारा रचित संविधान के ही मैकेनिज्म डिलिमिटेशन किया, उन्होंने बहाना लेके महिला आरक्षण के ऊपर अवरोध डाला है। और मैं पुनः कहना चाहूंगी, डिलिमिटेशन केवल और केवल राह थी, महिला आरक्षण मंजिल थी, उन्होंने मंजिल तक नारियों को पहुंचने ही नहीं दिया।
So viewers, that was the BJP reacting quite strongly to what transpired in the parliament just a few hours earlier. And the bill, like I said, has now failed the parliamentary test. So the real question now is what really happens next? Because now that the bill has failed, what does this really mean for the rest of the country? This means that the Lok Sabha strength will now remain unchanged. At least for now, the 850 seat formula has been rejected. So for now, we will stick to the 543 seats in the Lok Sabha. That, of course, is the first major implication of what transpired just a few hours earlier. Then, of course, the 2023 Women's Reservation Act is still in force. So this was notified on the 16th of April, and all provisions of this particular bill will be in effect. Then, of course, the fact that the constitutional amendment was not cleared. Now, this means that the execution will only be after the 2027 census and delimitation, and not this, in fact, this particular bill that was supposed to happen, the constitutional amendment, since it was not cleared. Now it is only after 2027 where we could see some changes being made. In fact, the Home Minister also said that the delimitation will not even be complete by 2029. No 33% quota for women in the 2029 elections, at least for now. And the delimitation also will be based on the next census. That's what we're getting to know. This will be based on the new census, and the seats of the South could actually reduce if it is based on the population and if there is no proportional increase in the seats for all the states. That is only if there is no proportional increase in the seats for all the states, but there is also a possibility that there could be a proportional increase. In that case, would the seats of the southern states reduce? That is something that remains to be seen. But the government has pinned the blame solely on the opposition for stalling the historic bill. The Prime Minister also highlighted how the entire country is witness to how the India bloc had opposed the women empowerment push.
देखिए, इसका अगर विरोध करेंगे तो स्वाभाविक है कि राजनीतिक लाभ मुझे होगा, लेकिन साथ चलेंगे तो किसी को भी नहीं होगा, ये लिख के रखो। और इसलिए हमें क्रेडिट नहीं चाहिए।
However, the opposition has been celebrating the defeat of the Women's Quota Bill as a major victory. The Congress is now saying that this was never about the women's quota in the first place, while the DMK has called this a victory of Tamil Nadu against Delhi. Akhilesh Yadav further says that this victory is against the government's bid to snatch the rights of the people. But will this development have an impact on the upcoming elections? Certainly, women voters have been a critical factor in the poll-bound states of West Bengal and Tamil Nadu, and that is why it is important to actually look at why the women vote matters in these particular states. So we are talking about what happened in the states of Tamil Nadu and of course West Bengal. Let's first listen in to how the opposition has responded.
Ma'am, now this bill has failed in Lok Sabha. You have opposed this bill. BJP has made this allegation that this shows that Congress party is having an anti-women mindset, and that is the only reason why they are against it.
It's a BJP has the anti-women mindset because this bill has been passed in 2023 with all party support in the same parliament. After that, they put it in the back burner. Only that time itself, we have told them, please de-link this with the delimitation as well as the census, so that it can be implemented in 2024 election. They were not listening to us. Only yesterday night they realized there is a bill. They notified it yesterday. There is nothing else. They have to bring the bill to the parliament and just dealing with census and the delimitation. It can be implemented now. The bill is still alive. There is no problem with the women reservation bill. Only problem is delimitation bill because they want to help BJP win the election and destroy the country in the middle. So we want the country to be united, political integrity to be intact. We as South Indians do not want to be alienated. We have done so much to this country. We control the population. We working hard for the economic growth. We are actually contributing to the GST and GDP, everything. Just because of doing right thing, we are not ready to be penalized. That is very, very wrong because this BJP cannot win South India, South Indian people and other states. Just because of their election, they want to destroy the country. Today we are very happy. We put up a united opposition led by Rahul Ji, and we are able to defeat the BJP sinister plot and agenda. We are very happy. We are able to save our states. We are able to fight for our state. We are able to protect the right of the people.
But ma'am, today the Home Minister has also said that no injustice will be done. There is no such thing about the division between North and South. And even he also said that we are ready to give 50% mention in writing as well. So were you not satisfied with this kind of an assurance?
See, they are actually creating the divide. We are actually, when they are creating a divide, we are fighting for our rights vehemently. We are not doing anything. We are all poor people campaign in our state. We've been dragged here to this bill which divide this country. But they are lying in front of the people, but people could see them.
Joining me right now is the Congress Party's Lok Sabha MP, Mr. Karthi Chidambaram. Sir, now this bill, you had opposed it for women reservation. You were saying that this is the tactics of the BJP.
The reservation bill was passed in 2023 unanimously, and our support is unwavering and totally committed to women's reservation. What was defeated today was a surreptitious effort by the government to link a new delimitation to the women's reservation bill. This new delimitation would have been tremendously unfair to many states, including Tamil Nadu. That is what has been defeated. Nobody has defeated the women's reservation bill. This is the effort and the surreptitious act of the government to link it to a new delimitation has been defeated. The women's reservation bill of 2023 is still alive, and we are committed to it.
But sir, the Home Minister said once again that he is ready to give assurance that no injustice will be done. 50% also he is going to be.
This is a snake oil salesman tactic to promise something and not have it in writing. The text of the bill does not have that. The text of the bill was to have delimitation based on the 2011 population census, which means that many states who have lost out their representation in the Lok Sabha, which was unacceptable to us, and that is why we opposed it. The women's reservation bill is very much alive and is part of law. It was passed in 2023 and has been notified as of yesterday. What has been defeated is an attempt to link the new delimitation to the women's reservation
But
bill.
he also said that opposing the delimitation is also an insult, not giving rights to the SC.
Delimitation is unfair. We should have a delimitation commission. We should have a wider ranging discussions. We can't have delimitation purely based on a census, because that will be very unfair to states which have implemented family planning and have reduced and stabilized their populations, like Tamil Nadu and other southern states.
Joining me right now is the Congress Party's Lok Sabha MP, Mr. Manish Tiwari. Sir, now this bill, you have opposed it. It was the decision which was being taken, but the way in which government is saying that this shows the anti-women mindset of the Congress Party. What's your
This
take?
bill was never about women's reservation. This was a delimitation bill, subterfuged as women's reservation. The government was serious about women's reservation. Then under those circumstances, they should have accepted our proposal of giving 1/3 out of 543, 181 seats in this parliament only to women.
But sir, today the Home Minister once again given the assurance that no injustice will be done to any state.
Well, in the sense, as I said, this was not about women's reservation. This was a delimitation bill. So therefore, going by the experience of what happened in Assam, what happened in Jammu and Kashmir, delimitation under the subterfuge of women's reservation was not acceptable.
DMK's MP Dr. Sumati is joining me right now. Ma'am, now this bill has been failed in Lok Sabha. Do you see it as a victory of the entire opposition? Because you have been demanding it from the very first day that it shouldn't be linked with delimitation. The way in which Home Minister has also given an assurance about the 50%, which you are also demanding for in writing. Still, now this bill has been opposed by the opposition party. What's your take on it?
See, our stand is very clear. We have always supported and we will support the Women Reservation Bill. In fact, it has already been passed 2023. When it was passed itself, we just demanded all the opposition members, especially DMK party, our leader, CM Stalin, had requested that it should be immediately brought into legislation. Now, this government tried to bring delimitation, linking it with the Women Reservation Bill, keeping that as a gap, trying to cut down the fair share of the representation from the southern states, which is a death warrant on the cooperative federalism. So that is why we vehemently opposed this delimitation bill, and we have voted against that. And we, in fact, we would say that we have tried, and we are victorious now in safeguarding the rights, the federal rights of our country, the democratic principles, especially the constitutional rights, have been upheld by the victory of the opposition parties.
But ma'am, the Home Minister also said that opposing the delimitation is like not giving the rights to the SC, STs and OBCs, and even calling the opposition parties that they are having the anti-women mindset. What's your response?
This is always a false narrative, a malicious lie which the BJP always spread. We just demanded that everything should be given clearly in the bill. What sort of share and how many seats and in what way it's going to work, nothing is clearly stated in the bill. That's what we demanded. And why don't they have consultations and giving the proper time to all the opposition parties and commence the session leisurely after the election? This is purely an election trick and gimmick. They are not interested in bringing, because it's been lying. They've been in power from 2014. Why didn't they do it in 2023 itself? So this is just a trick by the BJP government and an election gimmick. Also a death knell on the federalistic unit of the entire India. That's why we all saw to that it's been defeated.
So, Women and Child Development Minister Miss अन्नपूर्णा देवी, मैम किस तरीके से आप कांग्रेस के आरोप को देख रहे हैं? वो कह रहे हैं हम तो मुस्लिम महिलाओं और ओबीसी महिलाओं के साथ हैं, अगर ये बातें हमारी मान ली जाती तो हो सकता है कि पास हो जाता विधेयक।
देखिए, धार्मिक आरक्षण हमारे संविधान में नहीं है और ये नहीं हो सकता है। ये चूंकि इनकी तुष्टीकरण की नीति है, कांग्रेस हमेशा से महिला विरोधी रही है। महिला आरक्षण बिल न पारित हो, महिलाओं को उसका जो आधी आबादी का हक है वो न मिले, इसके लिए कांग्रेस 3 दशक से ज्यादा समय से इस बिल को लटकाने भटकाने का काम किया और आज भी यही किया जो ये इनके इतिहास में है कि ये महिलाओं को उसका अधिकार नहीं देना चाहती। महिलाओं की भागीदारी लोकसभा में, राज्य के विधानसभाओं में हो, ये नहीं चाहती और आज फिर से यही चीज किंतु परंतु करके उन्होंने दिखाया है। तो नारी अब जाग चुकी हैं, आधी आबादी जाग चुकी हैं। अब इसका करारा जवाब और खामियाजा महिलाएं देंगी।
कैसे देगी बीजेपी जवाब?
देश की करोड़ों महिलाएं, करोड़ों बहनें जो आज उम्मीद पाल के बैठी थी, आज वो लोकसभा के कार्रवाई को बहुत ही शिद्दत के साथ 2 दिनों से वो देख रही थी कि उनका जो अधिकार, जो वर्षों का संघर्ष है, अब पूरा होने वाला है। वो लोकसभा में बैठकर 33% उनकी भागीदारी होगी, विधानसभाओं में 33% भागीदारी होगी और निर्णायक की भूमिका में रहेंगी। तो निश्चित रूप से कहीं न कहीं कांग्रेस ने ठेस पहुंचाया है, तो ये महिलाएं उन्हें करारा जवाब देंगी।
Thank you so much.